Hello and welcome to another episode of the Cable Plus Property Show. I have with me a repeat guest. He is the chairman of TAA Limited. He is the managing partner at Toyin Ayinde and Associates, Town Planner Olutoyin Ayinde. We are honored having you again on the show.
Pleasure.
Now, the perception of the public towards planners, especially planners in the public sectors, that's planners in the government agencies and the likes, is not encouraging. How do you think planners can, revive their image, so to speak?
Okay, I think planners must begin to see themselves as part of the public. What happens most times is that planners think they are not part of the public. It's like, and I won't mention a particular one, it's like law enforcement agents in Nigeria think that they are not part of those who are to obey the laws. So you can see somebody in the military, somebody in the police drive against traffic. You can see them break the traffic light, thinking that they are the ones to enforce it. So because you are the one to enforce it, it does not concern you. Not realizing that you are the first to enforce the law on yourself. If you are unable to enforce the law on yourself, that should show you how difficult it is for other people to abide by the law. So, planners must first begin to see themselves as part of the public. When they do that, they will think through some of the policies that have been made. For example, they will think through the rate of increase in assessment. They will think through how they demolish. I recollect when I was in office, I was accused of not wanting to demolish, that I was slow. And I said, I'm not slow. It's not that I'm afraid. I know the implication of demolition. And until one day, when I had to demolish the building, and one of those who was saying, you are too soft, came to my office with his relatives, one of my own colleagues. About 12 of them came. I said, what's happening? It was my brother's house that was demolished. I said, look at what you did, That brother, the man who owned the house, landed in hospital because of that demolition. Nigerian hospital could not handle it. They moved him to US. So, before I consider demolishing a house, the things I would have thought of, if you take the case to God, they will tell you I'm right. So, and I think that's the way we're supposed to. We shouldn't be trigger happy like a policeman who has a gun and wants to shoot. There was a time in Abuja, a building was demolished. What's the reason? The building was meant to be a medical facility, and then it was being used for supermarket, and then it was demolished. So, Arise Television invited me as president. That was my view. I said, it's a building. A building is a structure. It's the use that you do there that makes it what it is. All they would have done was to move out all the commodities, put beds inside, put facility. It has become medical center. So, but it's the town planners taking these decisions. So town planners must see themselves as part of the problem. They must see people as their neighbor. So when you want to do things, you will think very well and say, okay. So by the time you are taking your decision, they will know that, oh, this man is right. Those people who came to my office after I demolished them, you know what happened at the end of the day? They all just looked there and said, let's pray for the commissioner. So they ended up praying for me instead of fighting me. I think town planners should move themselves to that level. Build confidence. Our work is a difficult one because you are trying to enforce. It's difficult. But you can enforce in a way that you fulfill the Yoruba balance. And say, so when they send you on an errand, you use your discretion to deliver it in a very nice way so that there can be harmony.